Weird Wednesday Showdown. Let's go.
How's it going, guys? My name is Josh. We're here at Brigandry Games for a weird Wednesday on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Trying to get a little ahead on my recording schedule so that I can have time to actually hang out with people. How are you doing today, Thomas?
I'm doing all right for Tuesday.
I'm joined with my favorite customer and good friend, Thomas. And we're playing...
Don't tell them that. They'll think you're playing favorites.
I am playing with my favorite.
Oh, no.
In more ways than one.
No.
So we're playing my favorite format, Pauper, with my favorite customer, Thomas, and I'm playing my favorite personal deck. I'm excited. Are you excited?
I'm pretty excited, too, because this is one of my favorite decks on Pauper as well.
Yeah, it is. Ooh. My editing hand already hurts.
The feels.
It's going to be so much information I'm going to throw on the screen today.
Well, since you're so excited, what are you playing with here?
All right, so today I am playing a deck that a few years ago I didn't think I would ever actually like. And then I threw it together and I put it in poo-poo brown sleeves because I thought it was a trash meme deck. And then I played it a few times and I fell in love. So if you know anything about me, I love mono black decks. I like mid-range decks. But then, at one point, I discovered a love of Storm. And so today, I am playing a little deck known online as Cycle Storm. So...
It's scary. It's very fast.
The win condition is a little under-assuming. So, in Pauper, majority of Storm cards are banned because it is pretty easy to break. But there are a couple still left, and in particular...
Yep.
Reaping the Graves. A 3-mana Reanimate. Doesn't seem very good, except for it has the word Storm. The most perfect keyword ever made.
Given the name Cycle Storm, you might see where this is going.
So, the idea of this deck is to use a bunch of efficient cycling creatures, such as these. What they are does not matter. What matters is that you can cycle them for one, particularly black or red.
Yep.
And you use that to fill up your graveyard with good stuff. And then the other half of the deck,
the mana package,
is a bunch of mana. So we have Lotus Petals for degeneracy, Dark Ritual for degeneracy, Cabal Ritual for degeneracy.
It's very degenerate.
And the most important of all,
yep,
somehow legal in this format. Thank goodness. Songs of the Damned. Real head turner to the casual Magic player, which adds a black for every creature in your graveyard.
Yep.
Thus, the importance of cycling.
Yep.
Now, with this cycling, amongst our cyclers, there are a few that are worth taking note of. So, Drannith Healer heals whenever you cycle. Drannith Stinger pings whenever you cycle, and Street Wraith is a free cycler.
Modern All-Star, or once was.
Multi-format All-Star. Honestly, I'm personally kind of confused why Street Wraith hasn't played in more decks, but we can get into that later.
Yeah.
So, that's the idea. We are going to fill up our yard with dudes. We are going to make a ton of mana. We are going to somehow get a Drannith Stinger back into play. And
I can't imagine how you get one back from the graveyard. Maybe that Storm card has something to do with it.
Or maybe, so one big change that from my list, from other people's else's, is I'm stubborn. And I refuse to take out my 2 copies of Unearth. This is one of my personal top 5 Magic cards of all time, particularly in this art right here. Which Unearth is an easy way to bring a creature back from the yard, such as a Stinger, and it also happens to cycle. The only other cards that we have in the deck is Rowan's Grim Search, which is a great consistency place. I should be playing 4 of these. I'm only playing 2 because I needed to make room from Unearth, but the card's broken. It's really good way to get through piles of dumb creatures in order to find the things that I actually need to make them make it work. And then mana base is 4 red artifact land, 4 black artifact land, and
Cycling land.
cycling land.
Do the artifacts do a whole lot for you, the artifact lands themselves?
So they are important for the purposes. So before Deadly Dispute was banned,
Right.
we used that instead of Grim Search.
Right.
Now we use Grim Search, and you bargain them.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So they have some application other than just being lands.
Yeah,
All right.
that's what I'm doing. What are you doing?
So I'm doing a fair thing. We'll see if that's true or not. But basically, this is Boggles. It's a deck that plays creatures with hexproof, with varying costs and abilities. But the crux of it is, my opponent can't target my creatures, but I can. So I'm going to play a bunch of enchantments that do some powerful things. The biggest one is probably Ethereal Armor.
Mm-hmm.
This card, it just does a lot. Getting +1/+1 for every enchantment on the battlefield you control is just very, very strong. But the first strike also plays a role in a lot of matchups. I don't see it playing a role here. It's not a creature deck, really. A creature deck. Creature is a win condition, but it's not the game plan. Rancor, very, very strong card. It's really hard to get rid of, even on equipped creatures or enchanted creatures.
That was the most southern Rancor I've ever heard.
Rancor?
Yeah. Rancor?
Rancor, that's how you say it.
Hardly
Rancor. That's how you
Dang.
say it. Oh, man. There are some other orders, but I just wanted to pull up one of my favorites here. This is a classic for the deck. Probably down in numbers, I'm still playing 4, but Armadillo Cloak. It is not lifelink. It is a damage trigger that is not the same thing. So there's more than one Armadillo Cloak on the creature. You gain that much life equal to the number of cloaks on the creature. So it does some pretty powerful things. Giving it trample is also a big deal. And then
other matchups.
In other matchups, yeah, there could be a stinger in the way at some point, or even a healer at some point, but we'll see.
So the important thing about this is that it's not lifelink.
Right.
It is a separate effect. I don't know if you said that.
I did.
Okay,
I did.
He did. He
Yeah.
said that.
I did.
I'm reiterating because it's important. It stacks with lifelink though.
It does. It does. It's very important. Not a replacement. And then one of the more flexible cards in the deck is Malevolent Rumble. This card is insane. In every deck that I see it played in, it just does too much. This deck is functionally all permanents because of the aura strategy. So you're rarely ever a dead hit on the card, and just making a spawn to divert from sacrifice effects is really, really helpful. Mono black is a tough matchup, or even like Orzhov value because of sacrifice, like Tithing Blade. It becomes challenging because my creatures that can't be targeted, but I can, so they get sacrificed. But Rumble puts a spawn in the way to help divert those effects. But yeah, that's what I'm playing. So it should be a good time.
Yep. This is going to be a real 2 ships passing the night type game.
Yep.
Either he will beat me down relentlessly with my lack of blockers, or I will combo off and have hell to edit. So far, I'm down to Thomas 3 games, so I'm feeling good. I think this is finally where I put my name on the map and make people realize why it's my show.
The Legacy matchup was just a tough one. That was a tough matchup altogether. But yeah. Anyway.
All right. We'll see you in the games.
Hey guys, this is Kay from Brigandry Games, and today we're going to be loading our Final Fantasy cards into the case. So here we go. First, we got our foil Traveling Chocobo, foil Borderless Tifa Lockhart, borderless foil Aerith, foil Sephiroth Fabled Soldier, borderless Sephiroth Fabled Soldier,
Sephiroth.
foil Borderless Clive Ifrit's Dominant, and Surge Foil Lightning Army of One. If you saw anything that caught your interest, come check us out here at Brigandry Games, or check us out online on our TCG Player Pro site. Bye!
How's it going, guys? We're back. We've broken the table. We've determined mulligans. I have kept a 6-card hand. Thomas has kept a 7-card hand.
Yep.
We're ready to engage in the Cold War of matchups.
Well, somebody's going to lose. It ain't like the Cold War.
Yeah, one of us will fire off our nukes first.
All right.
Thomas won the die roll. He will be gracious enough to start us off whenever he is ready.
All right, we're going to force return. Going to cast a Slippery Bogle.
Slippery Bogle.
Has hexproof. Oh, that's the turn.
It is. It is the namesake card of the deck. Which is interesting when you consider. I'm gonna pass.
Sure.
When you consider that Bogle isn't necessarily like the best hexproof creature anymore, is it?
I think. Well, Glade Cover Scout is just the same card, but for a green, not hybrid mana. But Ledgewalker is probably the best one in Pauper because it can evade non-flying creatures. I'm gonna go ahead and cast this Rumble.
Rumble.
Yeah. We go top 4. Okay, we're gonna take the green enchantment that I can cast. There's 2 white spells that I can't, and a Rumble. So.
It's supposed to be a spawn, correct?
Yeah, but it's a 0/1.
Yeah.
It's
So
functional.
we corrected the power and toughness, not that you can see from the skyscraper that you're hanging on. I take 1.
I'll pass it.
But nerves. Okay.
I'll keep.
Sorry. Before we go,
Okay, yeah, instant. Yeah.
whole part of my deck.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna cycle.
Yep.
I get too busy caught up talking.
That's what you do.
It is what I do. I talk too much. Alright. Alright. So, decision point here. I really want to hit a land. Things do not go well if I do not hit a land. So, I am going to, this is probably wrong, my YouTube hero, Brian Cook, is probably going to say that that's not how you play this. But,
Am I dead? Which you get responses like
Anyway.
that. Like, am I dead?
I'm going to play a Dark Ritual.
Yeah.
That adds 3 mana to my mana pool,
It does. It's a lot of mana.
represented by this big old black. It just says black.
It does say that.
Alright, so I have 3 floating mana.
Yep.
And I am going to cycle.
I got 5 cards.
And cycle.
Okay. I see.
I'm going to pay 2 life and cycle.
Yep. I got you.
Thank you. I'm at 17. Land.
Do you want to cycle it? You can cycle it.
No, I don't want to waste the mana, however, so I'm gonna cycle.
That's 2 stingers in the yard.
2 singers in the yard. That is all my black mana. I hit my land drop.
Stinger says 1 damage to each opponent.
Whenever you cycle another card,
Yep.
Grant Stinger deals 1 damage to each opponent.
Okay.
There is no targeting
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
involved.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Weird. And annoying.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6.
Awkward.
How's it awkward?
Not finding a white source or a 3rd land. Especially after hitting a rumble. Just
I know.
kinda,
I mean, you should just cycle.
I should. It would be much, much easier.
Alright, so he says that he's concerned about missing a white source. So he's either has an armadillo cloak or
Well, there's lots of things you could do.
ethereal armor.
Let's go to combat here. Tap 1.
Send a message.
I'm not going to.
Dang.
You never know that blocker might be important.
Alright, I take 1.
Yes.
I'm at 16.
Yes. Second main phase, we're gonna cast a Ledgewalker.
Lead Walker.
And I'll pass the turn.
He's passing the turn. Alright, now you're dead. Maybe. We'll
Okay.
see.
I'm F6'd.
Alright. So we're gonna need this one. We're gonna need this one. I am gonna tap black. Not yet. Not yet. I am going to play a Lotus Petal. Or cast a lot of Lotus Petal. Which is the fair version of Black Lotus as I play my second version. 1.
Something like that.
Next up, I'm gonna crack this for a black.
Okay. You got a black mana.
these two to cast Cabal Ritual.
You got threshold.
I do have Threshold, so Storm count is 3. So normally Cabal Ritual only adds 3 mana. Because I have 7 or more cards in my yard now, thanks to the Lotus Petal, I will instead add 5. So, boop. Alright. 5 mana floating.
I didn't
3
cheat you on mana, did I?
storm. I will then Rowan's Grim Search. Before he gets to react, I have to choose whether or not I'm going to bargain. I am going to bargain. So goodbye, Vault of Whispers, my artifact land. So since I bargained this spell, I get to look at the top 4, and I can put up to 2 on top. I don't have to put anything on top.
Let's go to the graveyard.
Yeah. So, in this case, I am going to top whatever this card is, and then going to the yard is a Vault of Whispers, a second copy of Grim Search, and Drannith Healer.
Okay. You'll lose 2 left to draw 2.
Exactly. Boop. Boop. So, now I can get jiggy with it. I'm gonna play Great Furnace as my land for turn. So 3. Let's go ahead.
You have 3 black, right? Because you cast the Cabal Ritual, which added 5, but you had 2 lands in play. Yeah? And then you used 2 mana and a petal to cast Grim Search. I believe this is correct.
I had 1 floating, which from here.
Yeah,
Right?
you start with the petal.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So yeah, and then I used 3 to cast this.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
All right.
I believe that's correct.
Cool. Storm is currently 3. I would like it to be higher before I start doing my thing. So we will go ahead. We're going to pay 1 black. And we are going to unearth. Unearth will... Storm goes up, not down. Unearth will target Granite Stinger.
Yep.
Granite Stinger is now in play.
Yeah.
So it's targeting here.
Yep.
With this on the stack, I'm going to use 1 black and Songs of the Damned. So
Okay.
before this returns to play, I get mana for each creature in my yard.
Go to 5 storm.
Exactly. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I gain 6 mana.
So you go to 7 black.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Now this will resolve.
Yep.
I get a stinger in play.
Yep.
I will 1, 2, 3. Reaping the Graves.
That's a lot. So you copied 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
You have 6 copies on the stack.
Correct. So that will allow me to get. There is fancy plays that you can make where it's like you hold priority in order to get things back in a certain order, because each storm trigger is its own separate thing on the stack, right? So, for example, I could, and I probably should,
Yeah.
return these 1 at a time. So, for example, I'm going to return this Street Wraith to hand.
Yep.
Right? Before I allow this to return to my hand,
Yep.
I'm going to pay 2 life and cycle it.
Here, 12.
I draw a card. I will return this to my hand, and I will pay 1 and cycle it. Same deal.
Yep.
I didn't have to show you that.
I gained information. All right.
3. To cycle this one.
Yep.
And this is the reason why, right?
This is still in the graveyard being targeted by a copy of Reaping the Graves.
Yeah, so the reason why we keep these in the yard is because, A, we're wanting to keep as many creatures in our bin as possible. That way, if we draw into more Songs of the Damned,
Like that one.
we don't screw ourselves out of mana on accident. So I'm gonna let this one return and cycle it.
Okay.
I will pay 2 life.
Okay. A little closer to the center of your avatar there. There you go.
I'm at 10. I will draw.
Yep.
Also note, we haven't been keeping track, but for each one
Oh yeah.
that was cycled,
So that was at least like 6, right?
right? So that was all these.
Yeah, 6.
Very scary.
Yeah.
Alright. Now this is done, it goes to the graveyard.
Yep.
Now I get to do a similar trick. I'm going to unearth, targeting a Drana Stinger in my yard. With that Stinger in the yard, I am going to Songs of the Damned.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Add 6 to my pool. Thank you. I now have 7 floating. This resolves.
Out of curiosity, is there a reason to Songs of the Damned, just sorcery suite, Songs of the Damned, and then cast Unearth? Is there a reason not to do that?
This is cooler.
It is technically cooler, yeah, the retain priority and everything. I get you. Makes sense. Yep.
Play Stinger.
Yep.
So I
Got
now
some
have
cyclists.
2 Stingers in play.
Another.
I'm gonna read.
Hey, that's a lot. So you have
Read
9
the
copies. There's only 6 creatures in the, or 5 creatures now?
Correct.
Okay.
So I want to get back my Street Race first, so they will be on the top of my pile.
Yep.
So,
You're gonna
return,
pay 2.
cycle,
I take 2.
return, cycle,
Take 2. I take 2.
return, cycle.
I only take 2 this time.
I have 3 mana remaining.
Yep.
Return, cycle.
Yep. I take 2.
Return, cycle.
I take 2. Got 2 more cyclers and or mana for them.
Yes. Sorry to disappoint you.
Well,
So, cycle this one
take 2.
from hand that I drew into.
Yep.
Play Lotus Petal. I'm gonna make a blue,
Sure.
personally insulting to you,
Generic cycling color.
to cycle a healer.
The trigger's on the stack. I die. Alright.
And that's how that's done, people.
Yeah.
Hopefully that was easy to follow and my hand didn't fall off editing all that. But, yeah. So how are you feeling after game 1?
It feels kind of tough. I think that lifelink would be a huge deal if I can get it on a creature early. We'll just have to see what happens again.
Yep. Well, we're gonna take a break to make sideboarding decisions and probably get something to drink. But, we'll be back here in a minute.
Oh, come on. We got it. Magic. We got it. Starter decks. We got it. Dice. We got it. Game tray. We got it. Fancy dice. We got it. Models. We got it. Star Wars. We got it. RPGs. We got it. Great books. We got it. 40K. We got it. Board game. We got it. Great deals. We got it. Great events. We got it. Great staff. Friendly faces. We got it. Brigandry Games. We got it.
All right, we're back, and we are discussing sideboard decisions. We are both in a unique situation in that the sideboards that we have don't do anything against each other, in our opinion.
Yeah.
So we'll leave this up to you, but for me personally, I have a swamp in case I fight against Young Wildfire.
Yep.
Flaring Pain for any Moment's Peace or Fog type decks. Siege Smash, which is a consideration to bring in if I don't know what he's sideboarding in. This in particular is to deal with graveyard hate pieces such as Nihil Spellbomb or Relic of Progenitors, because they can't respond to it by sacking their artifact.
Yeah.
I have my own graveyard hate. Pyroblast for blue decks, Duress for counter spell decks, and Gravestalker for when I want to switch it up. I'm not feeling generous enough to switch it up. What's going on with your sideboard?
Yeah, so my sideboard is not really intended for this particular matchup. It's intended for a lot of other things, but Journey to Nowhere is the closest card I think I get to about bringing something in, because it can exile one of your guys that can trigger to do damage, but by the time it's in play, usually I'm already dead, and this will probably not determine the outcome. Another enchantment of mine will probably determine the outcome. Standard Bearer has its place. This is not it. Master Vandal it interacts with artifacts and enchantments. You're not really an artifact enchantment deck.
Mm-hmm. I mean, so there is the consideration of trying to blow up my lands. What do you feel about that?
It's arguable, I guess. I could try it. I'm just not sure that it's...
Yeah. So personally, I feel like that is missing, or like trying too hard.
Well, it also has a cost too. So like
it takes up dead space.
Well, but also I have to exile a creature card from my graveyard. You don't plan on killing things in mine. So like the trigger cost, I'm not going to pay. The closest thing is you pick your poison, which is like it does nothing. If you're not playing artifact land, it can do something, I guess, but it's just not ideal. And then the Midnight Guard Presence of Gaunt package is not really intended for this matchup. It's combo into combo, but it's still turn 4. And as you saw, that was turn 3.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's fast enough. I think I have to get lifelink going.
Yeah, with the right hand, I can kill you on turn 2, but that's pretty rare.
Yeah.
Is this a fun combo though? If you want to talk about that for a little bit.
Well, it's the closest thing you get to Splinter Twin in Pauper, because the
now
token
that Brute Scale's banned.
Yeah, now that Brute Scale's banned, but you create a token, the Midnight Guard untaps. If this is enchanted, you make a green token. The token entering untaps the guard. You tap and make another token, and so on. And you make 1,000,000 tokens, and then next turn you attack. They don't have haste, so it's like much worse than Splinter Twin, but it still does the same kind of thing.
Still fun.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess Pick Your Poison is the closest card I'd take, but even then, it's not great.
Yeah. Also, excuse me again. Sideboarding a single card is kind of yeah. It's like you're not gonna see it. It literally makes no difference. You're better off just playing your deck at full power.
I think so. We'll just see what happens.
All right. So that's what we got going on sideboard wise. Nothing. So
the big old 0.
Yep.
It's like games 1, 2, and 3 are all the same. How did this happen? Oh yeah, dude. Maybe I'll get a white source this time, and I'll win.
Yep. All right. We're going to take a pause real quick and come back ready to play game 2, locked and loaded.
Yeah.
Be right back. And we're back. We have settled our mulligans. I'm keeping 7, Thomas is keeping 6, and will be on the play for us.
Yes.
As it says, right? And as we just stated, there was no changes made to our deck and sideboarding.
Yep.
So let's see if we can just run better.
Are you ready? All right.
Are you ready?
Are you ready? That's an important question.
Of course.
Bless you. I'm going to cast a Burning Growth Charting the Forest.
Okay.
It enters, I'll draw a card.
Yes. The
Pester.
growth enchantments are very important to Boggles. They're enchantments that fix your mana and etc. and will let you do degenerate fast things very fast, very quickly.
That's the goal.
I'm playing Barrymore. I'm passing turn.
Interesting. Forest Return. Green. Utopia Sprawl this forest.
Utopia Sprawl is good.
I'm gonna choose. I'll choose green for the sprawl.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast a Ledgewalker.
Oh, okay.
And I'll pass the turn.
Now, earlier he said that Ledgewalker is the best of the Boggles.
I did say that.
So, You got a lot on your shoulders. I'm gonna pay 2 life.
It just came and popped my creatures out flying, that's all.
I'm gonna cycle the streetward.
Sure.
If you can play those in Pauper, I'm gonna play a Great Furnace. I will pass the turn.
I didn't lose a turn too, alright. Alright, let's see here.
Actually, wait, no.
Oh man, that'd been quite upsetting.
No takebacks.
Alright.
Not this time.
I do believe I chose green with that.
I am.
Zero sugar or sugar?
Let's see.
I trust you. I'll tell you in editing whether or not.
There you go. Alright, I'm going to use a green mana to sprawl this forest.
Okay.
And with this one, I'll choose white. So I have green mana floating, white, green.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast Tornado Ledgewalker.
Yes.
We'll go to combat.
Yes.
We'll tie for 3.
I take 3.
I'm going to gain 3.
Mm-hmm.
Pass the turn.
All right. On your insta, cycle a stinger
Sure.
and cycle a monstrous carabid.
Okay.
Love to see it. All right. So
One of us does, I'm sure.
looking at board state here, he has a Ledgewalker on the board. I can get pretty ridiculous numbers damage-wise. And, like, in theory, I would be fine if I tried to wait it out another turn, potentially. That said, it is risky, and for the sake of minimizing risk, we're gonna go ahead and full send.
Okay.
So,
Send it.
let's start by cycling a stinger.
Right.
We will play a Lotus Petal.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
We will cast Dark Ritual.
Okay.
Make 3 mana. Use 1 to go up to 5 with the second alternate art version. This was done intentionally for those asking. Dark Ritual is like my second favorite spell of all time. And so yeah. Alright. Storm is at 3. We have 4 dudes in the yard. 6 total things. I'm gonna make a black.
Okay.
I have 7 things in the yard. Now,
That's
correct?
threshold.
That is threshold. Now, using 2 mana, going down to 4,
Yep.
I can Cabal Ritual.
Okay. Gain 5.
Yes.
You have a lot of mana. Also, Storm is 4.
Mm-hmm. So, I have this in hand.
Okay.
I don't think I want to use it yet because there's a very good chance that I can get more dudes in the bin before I have to cast it.
Right.
So I'm going to go ahead and kick off my first reaping. It also doesn't make a difference because my storm count doesn't get me anything else than these 4 right now. So we will return things in this order.
Yep.
These are still in the yard. We're going to do the trick. So, pay 2 life.
Okay.
Pay 1 mana.
Yep.
Pay 1 mana. Pay 1 mana. This goes away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna cycle this land.
Sure.
So, come on, baby. We will pour, cycle. I've run out of steam.
Wow.
So this is the risk.
Yep.
But I do get to make a land for turn.
Yep.
For those curious, this is the hand. So I'm not out of it. I do just need to find more gas, which I'm sure, if I don't die, is still very possible. So this mana will dissipate, storm count will go away, and I pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Okay, so there was exactly one card I was counting out because I was like, I could actually win next turn, maybe, and then I drew it.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's kind of neat.
Show me what you can do.
Okay, so
Hit me. Hit me.
green, white.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use all the green mana to cast Ancestral Mask, targeting Ledgewalker. It's a beating.
Yep.
I'm gonna cast a Lifelink, targeting Ledgewalker.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's plus 10, plus 10, plus 12. Exactly 13. Let's recount that to make sure I'm not making a mistake here. Unless you have something to kill.
Darkness.
Oh man.
Nope.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10, 12, 13. Yeah. Exact seeds, buddy. Alright.
Hey, we each get one. We each get one. We have no sideboard decisions to make, as we established.
On the draw, the more I think about it, the more I kind of like the one pick your poison. Because like it's the first copy of it's significantly better than like Hyena Umbra.
Sure.
We'll give it a try. We'll see if it does anything.
Sure. All right. Sideboard decisions have been made and discussed.
Yeah.
I'm making no changes. Let's go into game 3. Not even a pity game 3, which is
Not even.
pretty great.
I forced a real game.
Yeah.
Go me.
Go you. Imagine if I had just passed.
Would have felt even worse.
Mhm.
Well, actually, you would have street wraithed, so you would not be dead yet.
I mean, I'd be pretty dead.
He's pretty much dead.
If this deck, if you get them down, get down to the life level where you can't street wraith anymore,
Right.
it's not unwinnable, but it definitely makes your life a lot harder. Street wraith does a ton of work.
Yeah. You need to do like 3 or 4 different cycles in the same term with it, I guess.
Which, yeah. So, as I said in the deck tech portion, I'm surprised more decks don't play Street Wraith. So, like, back when I first got into, started investigating Pauper, Gataxian Probe was still legal, right? And, like,
Those were the days.
Burn was playing Gataxian Probe, mono red burn,
Man.
right?
Yeah.
Which is, yes, the look at a hand part is good, but it was played simply because it's a free card draw, right?
It's just air.
2 life draw card.
It's like playing 56 card deck.
Mhm.
I mean,
But then after it was banned, Burn didn't start playing Street Wraith in its slot, which I get, but at the same time I was like, really? And there's like so many other like nasty degenerate combo decks. Like I thought in the Jund style version of Dredge,
yeah.
or such, many variations of that particular deck. But like, I understand playing the 2 playsets of the mill creatures, but then when you get to the 3rd one, it's like, card isn't actually that good. Why not play Street Wraith instead?
That's reasonable.
Alright. Looking at your opener, how do you feel?
This is like the exact kind of hand that I want. I'm missing a model component, but I'm still tempted to keep it.
I'm also tempted to keep. I'm gonna make the decision not to. I only have 1 red source, a free cycle, and then this is cyclable off of that. But other than that, I don't have any black mana, and I'm not guaranteed. So I'm gonna go ahead, pitch it back, and talk at you guys some more.
This is like really hard.
Is it?
Yeah, because I'm on the draw. Like this is like the hand that just needs something.
Hey. If it's the hand, then greed is good. Also, worst case scenario is I finally have a game on you.
It's true.
Which is kind of funny because I feel like when we're not recording,
It's fairly even.
maybe.
In Pioneer, you have the edge for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see next week, potentially.
We'll keep it. We will keep it. The audience will groan and say, "Why did you do this, Thomas?" I'm going to say, "Because it felt right to do."
Our millions of fans. Our millions of fans, they groan no matter what, so. Alright, so this looks okay. I'm gonna put this Mantisaur to the bottom because it's easily replaceable compared to the other stuff in my hand. Might be a mistake, but we'll find out. Start us off. Or I start us off.
Yeah, you're on the
Oh
first.
my god, it's Barrymore.
It's Barrymore. Good, my turn. Play a ball.
Cycle a street race instead.
Okay.
Try to hit a land drop, cycle now, a monstrous carabid, and go ahead.
Franker. Attack for 3.
Attack for 3, down to 15.
Pass.
I love a good card snap. Okay. Thomas is going to stress a little bit, but it's okay.
I had a feeling it's going to be a dark ritual.
I'm going to Dark Ritual.
Yeah.
I'm going to Grim Surge. I cannot bargain, so I will not bargain. I lose 2 life and draw 2 cards.
Okay.
Go ahead.
13.
Yes.
Go on my turn. That's a spicy meatball.
This is it.
Armor.
Armor.
Combat.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take 5.
I'm at 8.
And I'll pass.
Alright, not dead. Nearly need something here. So. I'm going to make the assumption that if I do not act now, I am dead.
It's a fair assumption.
Like, 1 enchantment kills me here. Almost guaranteed.
Yeah.
Like, maybe...
Like exactly like a non-buffing enchantment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not dead, but I have 4 cards in hand.
Yeah.
So.
I think like the aura enchantments is the only thing that I wouldn't die to. So let's go. We're gonna Dark Red.
The third art.
Tempest Dark Ritual. We will cycle a stinger.
Okay.
Or, I'm sorry, a healer, not a stinger.
You got a stinger in hand.
No. No.
I can just tell by your voice.
Cycle stinger.
Yeah.
Your hardest thing to do in those colors is probably bring. Yeah. You draw a card kind of
Cycle another healer.
your removals on
It should be all. Oh, that's where you use the bulb. Throw me off.
I'm sorry, Alright, I have 5 dudes in Yari.
Okay.
So this will produce 5 mana.
Storm counts 2.
Go to Unearth.
Interesting. It's good news for me if you're getting the healer out.
Get my mana for it. I'm gonna Reaping the Grave.
4 targets.
Yes. So I have 1 floating. The only one that really matters here is the Street Wraith. So I'm going to pay that.
You pay 2, then you gain 1,
Yes.
then you draw a card.
Okay. So now seeing what I have drawn, I kind of. I'm going to let these resolve as normal. Returning one to my hand. With this last mana, let's go ahead and cycle another healer. Yes.
There must be a pebble in your hand.
If I'm trying to kill you, yeah. Or if I was trying to. I actually just drew this. Crack.
Sure.
Make black cycle this.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There you go.
So I'm at 9. Draw. And I'm at 9. I at least have a blocker that I don't mind throwing under the bus. So go ahead. Yeah. Unfortunately, couldn't piece together a winning line there, but maybe doing it this way gave me a not dying line. We'll see.
So it's 5, 3.
Big thinking.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I don't make a mistake for no reason. I'm notoriously good at doing that.
I can plug my ears if you want to talk it out.
No, you're good, man.
Okay. In the meantime, whether I win or lose, I hope everyone enjoys the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and support your local game store.
Yeah. Actually, this is the most productive use of this turn. We're going to cast Lifelink, targeting the bubble.
Oh, okay.
We'll go to combat.
Yes.
It's going to be +3, then +2, so it's a 5, 4. Yeah, 5, or 6, 4, sorry. 10 for 6.
Yeah. So, take 4.
Yeah.
Go to 5.
I go to 26. Second main phase, we'll cast the Boggle.
Another Boogle.
How faster?
Them Boogles always so slippery.
What they're good at.
Oh, they're rankers.
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 I've always thought it was pronounced ranker.
I mean, you probably are pronouncing it right. We're just incredibly southern. Okay. I have survived long enough to have 3 mana. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things in yard.
Sounds like a football ritual.
Maybe. Pay 2. Cabal.
Hey, look at that. It is.
Decision making time. At 5. Stormhouse 1. We really just need to hit more mana. So use my non-floating mana so I don't forget it.
Sure.
Or go down to 4. Cycle Vantasaur. My least favorite thing is Cycler in the deck.
Just do anything.
It
It just cycles.
Yeah.
On the rare occasion you cast with Lotus Petal, you're probably losing anyway.
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, I probably shouldn't. 8. I'm gonna cast this.
Targeting.
You're lucky this isn't healer.
Okay. Yep.
Storm counts too.
Yes.
Cycle, gain a life.
Yep, you're at 6.
Okay. That was an interesting draw. So, I'm gonna cast a Dark Crit. Go up to 3. I'm not gonna do that.
Okay. Storm is 2.
Yeah. I don't think that actually does what I need it to here, because spoilers. I have Reaping, and so if I don't have any mana left, so the only thing I'm cycling is
Street Red.
which isn't particularly great. So I think the game plan here is to just try to absorb damage. So
Alright. Go my turn.
yes. That's a lot of land.
It is a lot of lands. Yeah, we're just gonna throw on this bottle.
Okay, that probably does it.
Yeah, it's hitting +8, +8, +2, so it's an 11 one. We'll attack both. We got
Giving
there.
me hope.
We got there.
Giving me hope.
No, the hand was. It was a forest boggle rancor hand, but I was like, if I draw a way to get white, I'm on the draw. Any way to get white mana, we are in decent shape.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think I flooded a little bit myself.
Looks that way. That's the nature of combo. Sometimes you run into some dead air.
Yeah, if I hadn't had to have done this, if I could have managed to get in a position to bargain the Rowans, it would have gotten me like significantly deeper in the deck, and I might have been able to piece something together. But I think the Dark Ritual that I drew last round was just too late.
Right.
Yeah, and it's also possible, like, I had the Unearth already, so maybe I should have gone ahead and did the thing and start gaining some life back. We're not counting, but I don't think that would have made a difference, but it probably would have been a more correct choice to make. Which, yeah, life lessons. Sometimes you make all the right choices and still don't get there. Anyway.
Is that Matt?
Yes, and you know what else it is? Time for us to go.
Yeah.
So, until next time, guys. Love y'all. See y'all next time. Hey guys, before we go, I just want to say thank you for watching the video. If you watched through this whole thing and heard us just ramble on for nearly an hour about Magic cards, that's awesome. You rock. If you're a regular customer of Brigandry Games, thank you so much for your support throughout the years. We appreciate you so much. We here at Brigandry Games work so hard to make this place the best local game store that you can imagine. If you are not a regular patron of ours, feel free to come visit us at Brigandry Games in Greenville, Texas, or you can shop online for Magic products on our TCG Pro site. Until next time, rock on.